is for map number 3. And, you know, I have to say, it feels like the desk is starting to come around onto Rogue here. They're starting to, you know, question themselves.
They have a chance.
You know, and I've been saying this from the beginning. I'm not crazy. Okay, sometimes I'm a little crazy, but this time I'm not crazy.
Look, I mean, you go to
facts are there.
You go to Volskaya, you get some good Sombra play, right? You can definitely hold the team on the defensive end. And then let's say, obviously, Rogue ends up winning this map, ties the series up at 2-2. You go over to probably Gibraltar to close things out.
Yeah, I mean, guaranteed we're ending this one in 4.
We're ending this one in 4, guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's just see who takes it. So it'll be EnVy on defense as we go into Volskaya. But
we will see who takes it, Matt.
We will. I mean, that's what we're going to do here, Alex. We're going to watch the rest of this game.
Yeah.
We're going to provide commentary.
Yeah.
You're going to provide some jokes every once in a while?
No. I'm gonna let you be the jokester today.
Oh, I'm the jokester today.
You should crack some jokes, Matt.
It's just not my style.
I heard that you were once a stand-up comedian in the Philippines.
That's not true. No, not exactly accurate. To be honest
Really?
with you, yeah.
I don't know about that. There's some
Yeah, it's
YouTube
probably
videos out
what Bren loves to write people's Wikipedia pages. Like he wrote his own.
So maybe I was a little confused.
Big trivia contest. He probably put that up.
Okay. Makes a lot of sense. You have a Wikipedia page? That's impressive.
I actually don't know if I do. Actually, not exactly sure. But it'll be EnVy on defense. Taimu will be running Sombra. Fecta will pick up the 76 as nothing else really changes for EnVy. Nothing too surprising. It'll be interesting if Rogue goes with this. Most likely you'll see Nico, I think, change. When we've seen them run the Junkrat, it's been Soon who's run the Junkrat. So, I mean, maybe they want to keep the Junkrat here for a lot of spam by the choke. No. So he goes over to the Genji. So once you see AKM pick up D.Va, you kind of readily assume that you're going to have Nico go over to Genji. So see what Rogue decides to do in terms of attack here. So, with this comp, you don't really have like the 76 go towards that top left high ground. So it looks like they're going to put a lot of action here towards that right-hand side. Maybe go over towards that mega health pack, get control of that room. Yeah,
they just got to be very cautious about that EMP, man. It could play such a role here. They're able to get that first pick too, but Nox is going to be dangerously low, so they're going to need to keep their Winston alive here as soon. Continue to hang around by the point. So close to being able to remove Mickey, though. But he's going to get some protection coming in from his fellow tank as well. And they do end up taking out Nox. So Nox is going to go back to the respawn room. Nico as well. That's going to slow things down here for Rogue as soon as probably going for the flank to end all flanks.
Well, I think he's just kind of doing some damage behind enemy lines. You have a great respawn advantage here on the offensive end. You already have Mickey demeched. So you know, in this next fight for Rogue, I mean, you're going to have a pulse bomb. You're going to get close to a Dragon Blade. The opposing D.Va out of mech. So
they know where he is now.
Yeah, but they're not going to go chase after him, you wouldn't think. So there comes the EMP from Taimu. This is a fight that you think EnVyUs kind of takes pretty handily here. So now Rogue just trying to build up towards some more ults. Nico, he should go off the side of the map here. Take some buddies with him.
To the spawn yet again. So EnVy, I mean, you know, yeah, sure, you did say like they wouldn't necessarily chase, but they were able to EMP and just shut down everything there. So now as we get ready, this is Taimu on Sombra, and he has had quite the season on Sombra thus far.
Yeah, we've seen him play it on Volskaya. We've seen him run it on Watchpoint Gibraltar. We saw it on Numbani a little bit as well. So we've seen him get a lot of extended Sombra play throughout the tournament thus far. The Pulse Bomb comes out there for Soon. Doesn't get anything. Unko dies before he could use Transcendence. And for EnVy, you did use your own Transcendence, but you will have Sound Barrier in the next fight. Rogue will have both support ults plus Dragon Blade here.
That just slows down that push considerably. So you'd mentioned it before, with those support ults coming in, the advantage, you know, a little bit on the side of Rogue here, but you still have Taimu, who is going to get that EMP in this fight. And then you have Harry Hook with the Sound Barrier that will go alive as soon as this engagement begins. Now the question is, can Rogue execute quickly enough to be able to make this one happen? Sound Barrier is going to come through. They need to be very wary, though. And there goes the EMP, drops down there, shuts out a couple of those abilities. And now you're starting to see the kill feed light up in favor of EnVy. Noxo having to do Primal Rage, go Primal there as the D.Va bomb comes through. But AKM is going to get taken out before he can get back into the D.Va mech here. And while Nox is, continuing to just rattle some folks around the point, this is going to be EnVy maintaining control.
Yeah, the only tough part for Rogue there is you end up using the Dragon Blade, but 60 seconds left. You do have a sound barrier, the opposing team, and they don't have any support ults, but look at how fast Taimu is built up towards yet another EMP. Could be huge here for EnVyUs. I mean, you're not going to have the tax flyers we just saw it in the last fight. Your other two support ults, you're not going to have. If Taimu can connect with a big EMP, remove all of those shields that Wins could provide, could be a first point hold for EnVy, would spell disaster for Rogue in this series and kind of in their season 1.
Yeah, either way, you use the sound barrier now and you get EMP'd, or you use the EMP and prevent the sound barrier. But the EMP comes through. It doesn't really connect with a lot of folks, though, so they're still able to get some of the effects of the EMP, but they end up losing out on Nox, though. So no more tank support in this fight. Be able to keep yourself going. They're going to continue to sit onto the point. Soon, you will be able to take out Mickey, though. And now you're going to have Nico working alongside with AKM and Unco on the point. They might be able to get one tick here. Let's see, though, if they can force this back, as overtime is going to go into effect. They do manage to get one tick. All the players are going to be forced back here. Taimu dangerously close to an EMP yet again. Nico will have the Dragon Blade, and he's going to use it as soon as he gets it. AKM with a kill on Takoko, as well as Nico lingers in the back line and continues to force back some of the supports here, and they're going to be able to make that cap happen, and they'll get one on the board.
Yeah, and Effect is still up behind enemy lines here, and it looks like Rogue just going to leave him there, and they're just going to push on forward. They do have the Transcendence here. Looks like they're trying to beat Taimu to the health pack. They don't exactly do it. There comes the EMP, but the Transcendence comes out a split second before. It's going to be a Transcendence coming out from EnVy as well. Effect going to pop his tack visor. He's behind enemy lines. Nox pushes him out of the way with the Primal Rage, as Rogue trying to take advantage of this.
Putting a lot of aggression onto EnVy here will be Rogue, but Coco with the kill onto Unco, so no more supports there. Do lose the Diva mech, but still, Rogue, this push, it's going to slow down just a tad, and there you go. So they disengage, and now they're looking to go back in with the sound barrier as they go right into the back line, forcing back a couple members there of EnVy into the back room. Effect's able to respond in turn by taking out the Diva mech now, and Effect on Doomfist, he is doing the job necessary here to be able to force back the members of Rogue, and EnVy seem like for the time being, they're able to stabilize, and Rogue can't get a tick.
And Rogue, they thought they had an advantage there. Effect was behind enemy lines on the 76. They were able to get him to burn that tack visor, and Rogue makes some changes here now, Alex. So you had EnVy, they move off of the Sombra here. So you have Taimu, he was on the Tracer, now he goes back to Sombra. Effect going over to Doomfist here as he's able to take out Unco, but I wonder if Unco, he goes over to Sombra as well. I wonder if he has control of the inside health pack as well. He has control of the one that we just saw AKM pass, but the one on the EnVy side of the map, we did see for a split second he was down there. I wonder if he has control of it. Looks like EnVy kind of setting up, potentially trying to get control of that inside health pack.
Yeah, he has control of the health pack. On the left, you saw that one.
Not the mega one, though,
but not the
other,
mega down low where a lot of players like to go. Soon with the pulse bomb's going to look to go into the back lines. He gets picked off, though, by Chips real quickly. And there goes that mega. So you had mentioned it before, who had control. It will be EnVy who maintains that one. And now this will just be Rogue getting out. He just gets punched as soon as he teleports. That has to be an uncomfortable one there. And they're just getting chased down now, forcing them back. And remember, as you just continue to force them back, you're just assisting in building that ult for the EMP, but they are going to have EMPs on both sides.
And you do have AKM move over to Reaper, so Reaper very effective when he does get EMP'd, obviously. The only issue here for Rogue that I'm kind of finding is that, if EnVy, right, you're going to have Transcendence, you're going to have Sound Barrier, and then they're also going to have EMP. The only support ult you're going to have for Rogue in terms of sustain is going to be a Sound Barrier, which could easily get negated. So if you do get that Sound Barrier for Rogue, it's just going to be hard on when to use it. There's the EMP that comes out from Unco here at the beginning. Now the EMP comes in from EnVy along with their own Transcendence.
Yeah, but you end up losing AKM and Unco quickly in that fight. Taimu, he's just going to build this one up very quickly here. He's been doing this the entire game. Very impressive as far as generating ultimate with the Sombra. And now you're going to be at a minute remaining here, and you just demech Nico, so it's just going to be time that he has to go back, switch out of the mech. You lose out on that percentage gain on the ult, or you could just commit suicide there. So there you go.
And I wonder if they know that Soon is behind them. Soon, I believe, is behind EnVy right now. I don't think they have any idea. I think, no, at least I have a little bit of a view of free cam. I think he was down here to the right. Now he's kind of backed up a little bit. Yeah,
there
so
he
they
is.
found Soon here. So he was behind enemy lines to see if he can get back to the rest of his teammates as they're almost waiting here for wins to get this sound barrier. They know that Envy has not built up towards that EMP just yet.
17 seconds. The time is now for Rogue to engage. And Envy, they're going to have a lot to work with in this fight. But Chips, he's going to go down early on. You're going to have Effect, though, with the Rocket Punch, sending the Winston in the air, forcing out the Primal Rage. Here comes the Meteor Strike. He's looking to land down. He will be able to descend onto AKM, though, but the Sound Barrier is going to keep him going. Death Blossom as well, but Mickey's just going to eat all of that up, though. And he does manage to get the double with his Diva Bomb. It will be Rogue, though, onto the point for the time being, as they do manage to get one tick. And they manage to get also the kills there. 2 onto the tanks. And you have Effect just continuing to lay down the pressure, lay down the damage. EMP comes through, and the overtime will continue to tick on through. And while they are able to get one tick, it will be Envy who managed to maintain the hold and not allow Rogue to get 2 points.
There towards the end for Envy, you saw them launch a self-destruct and use the Meteor Strike at the same time. So Rogue was in a tough position because what do? Do you run right into the Meteor Strike, like landing right on top of the Doomfist, and then Effect gets like super charged up with all the shields he would gain and whatnot, you know, get above like 300
Yeah,
HP.
that sound barrier down that, I mean, it kept them alive, but, you use it. I don't think that was the time that they wanted to use
Well, they try and
that.
run away from the self-destruct. They actually end up getting caught in it. They lose 2 players there, so...
I feel like either way, it was like pick your poison, in that scenario.
Yeah, not a great situation for Rogue to be in towards the end there. So now it'll be Envy on offense. Still some time for them to make some changes, but this looks pretty common to what you would see them run. Try and get Taimu towards the high ground. Let Effect kind of dance around middle of the map, try and make some plays. On the defense for Rogue, you won't see the Sombra. You'll see AKM go with the 786 soon on the Tracer. You'll have, Unko and Wins go with Zenyatta and Lucio.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about Rogue not playing the Sombra here?
I mean, you could see them not bring out the Sombra just because maybe they think Effect could play the Doomfist, right? They can get control of that Mega Health Pack area. And maybe they just kind of feel a little bit better about AKM on the 76 right now.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more damage.
Yeah, I mean, what would you do? I mean, you could have AKM run the Sombra. We've seen him do that before. Wins, then goes and runs the 76. But I think Envy would just kind of run through that. I think they would.
Yeah, it's like if you throw any gimmicks at Envy, they might just
roll right through.
Yeah,
you, right?
yeah,
So,
yeah. Well, this is an intense game here. Rogue, if they're able to win this, tie the series 2-2. We go to Escort, or we will decide it all. If Rogue are able to win this, well, their playoff picture looks very, very bright. Whereas if they lose, they're going to rely on the Detroit Renegades to defeat FNR GFE tomorrow. So really, this is a huge, huge hold here for Rogue, and they have had some incredible holds in the past. We saw in Numbani what Rogue were able to do on defense. They're smart with layering their ults, but this is going to be Envy as they make their way over to the left room here. Very common to what you would see players do here on Volskaya Industries.
Yeah, and it looks like Rogue has cut them off a little bit to that high ground access. They had Nox jump up top. They had Nico there with him. So denying the high ground here to Envy.
They got to keep those tanks alive.
Right from the lower portion of the map. And then they have their own 76 up top, and Soon gets a first pick here onto Effect. Everybody going to have to fall back for EnVyUs. So you had Soon working, towards the opposite side, that right-hand side where you see Taimu looking right now. And then you had the tanks for Rogue, play up on that top left high ground, prevent Envy to get access there. We'll see what Envy's choice of attack now will be.
Good hold from Rogue thus far, as they're debating what their next approach will be. They're just going to go right to the top, though, but they will be joined by the tanks on the other end. Look for Effect to be a game changer here. Maybe he's going to get a pick. You're going to have Nox dangerously low as well. He's got to stay alive, and he will end up dying on that one. So that's going to be the first pick to Envy, and they will have that man advantage. And now Nico, he's just going to have to really just take all the shots that are being sent his way. You lose out on Soon, too, and now that means it's going to be Envy on the point here with a lot of control, a lot of presence. And Rogue doing their best to try and delay this one out, but that will basically be a wrap here. They will cap this, and they're going to look to get aggressive early on. A lot of time on the clock for Rogue, but we've seen holds on Volskaya happen time and time again, so it's not out of the realm of possibility for the Frenchman to win this one just yet.
But Envy, they will have both support ults. You'll have Attack Visor as well here. Rogue, they make some changes. You have AKM move over to Sombra here.
Yeah, now this is the smart time to run Sombra because
Yeah.
you're going to deny that mega health down low. So this I certainly do agree with.
It's just, we'll see if EnVy can force out that Transcendence early. They take out Noxid again at the beginning of this.
Oh,
they
man.
take out AKM as well. Now the Transcendence comes in, but you're already down 2 players. EnVy with both support ult to use the Sound Barrier now. You probably follow it up with the Transcendence if you need it. But right now, EnVy rolling on the point.
This is not looking good for Rogue as they're just getting wiped out left, right, and center, and that will be almost the cap, though. It's dangerously close. I mean, we're talking about 0.1 meter, and they managed to make it happen with those final 2 kills, and that, my friends, will be Rogue's playoff dreams dashed away as EnVy will win this series 3-1. We still got to finish out that final map, but still, though, that was a heartbreaker for Rogue.
Well, now Rogue's playoff odds are down to the Renegades beating FNRG FE. It's what it will come down to for Rogue, that match being tomorrow. So we'll play this last map. Obviously, any map win would be huge for Rogue, right, when it comes down to
Map wins are
things,
still very
towards
important.
the end. But you know, you had Nox die at the beginning when EnVy was on the attack at point A, and then the same thing at point B. You had another player fall. You never got a great use of your Transcendence. You never actually even got your Sound Barrier. Wynn's trying to drop the beat the day the music died, whatever you say. And
I
then,
said it one time.
and he's not able to actually get it down, so you don't get a use of your Sound Barrier there. So you know, tough circumstances for Rogue on Volskaya.
You could say he was muted.
You could say he was muted. Yes.
There you go. This is a good one. Do you like it?
Yeah,
You can take it.
I like it.
I'll let you use
That
it
was
for
good.
future broadcasts.
No, I'm never going to use that. I have no intention to use that.
It's very unfortunate for Rogue, though,
Yeah.
honestly. A very talented team coming into this season with high hopes. This was one of the invited squads that came into the season, and just a tough start early on here. You know, you got to feel for them. But for EnVy, I mean, they couldn't deserve it.
Still a long
more.
shot for Rogue.
Yeah.
Right. You know, they need a FNRG FE loss to Renegades tomorrow. So that will be the match that Rogue will be watching. A lot of the Rogue fans will be watching as well. But this series still not done.
That's right. We have one more map to go in this particular series coming up next as well. We have FaZe versus EnVyUs, a game that you're definitely not going to want to miss. But we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to finish it all. Don't go anywhere. All right, it is our final game between Envy and Rogue. As we get ready, it will be Watch Point Gibraltar, sending it into the match in just a little bit. For Rogue, that's it. If you get a map win, that's
great.
You know, all map wins are important at this point. But series is over. Envy continues their amazing run throughout Contender Season 1.
Yeah, just looking as dominant as ever. Has EnVyUs. I know the one map win for Rogue comes in a draw. So I know it was a fantastic hold by them on Numbani towards the end.
Yes,
Just incredible. Just did not have a lot of time to make something work on offense to solidify a map win. We'll see here on Gibraltar, though. They can swing things around in their favor. We were talking a little bit, I know, once, Diva, the Diva update comes in and whatnot, and, her Matrix is a little bit less. I feel like that's where you'll see Rogue really start to play better, because that's really been their Achilles heel all season long, is their Diva play.
Yeah, and also Nox dying so early a couple of times here. I know that he's like first one in, right, for these fights, but just they can't keep him alive, and I think you may see them play that Mercy.
Well, I think
to keep that sustained healing.
I think, look, I mean, if Diva obviously knows we have to see some gameplay with it, but if she's not super prominent, right? Maybe she's using a different role. Maybe she's not super necessary in all the maps. That you could see Rogue go back to like a triple DPS setup and really start to win a lot of series against top competition again. We'll see.
The meta is definitely shooken up here.
So this is what Envy did last week against Vision on defense. We'll see if Rogue has any idea what they're going to do. They'll have Taimu and the Junkrat effect on the Tracer, Harry on the 76, and Chips will solo heal this on the Ana. So you see the position he's playing in. Up in the high ground, Harry will most likely come back and join him there once the payload goes through the car wash. And then it puts Rogue in such a difficult spot, right? Because you have all the Junkrat spam coming down from the bottom. You can't exactly get towards the top because Harry's putting down so much damage. Oh, by the way, you have effect kind of darting through your backline as well. Kind of puts a difficult position for Rogue is just what they want to put emphasis on. Who do they want to take out first?
All right, well, now the doors are going to be open here for Rogue. And they're going to be running a standard 2-2-2 again, 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 supports. But you see Envy, they just go back. And Nox, again, he's dangerously low on health. They got to, get him back into this fight, keep him alive here. You just don't want to lose out on Nox really early on. That was something that hurt them a little bit in Volskaya.
So this is actually really nice. You have Soon going over to Widowmaker now. And I was thinking maybe you have AKM go over to the Widow because he's the one we saw them use last week. But you can get some picks here with Widow that could just kind of tear everything apart. As they do get into the server room, they're able to isolate Harry Hook in here. They're able to get a pick.
Yeah, so with that being said, it's going to be a 6v5 here for Rogue. And with the kill onto effect now, the odds just continue to be in their favor. You saw that shot come through, so they know that the Ana is just going to be lingering in the back there right by the forklift, and she's just going to have to run away on that one. So Chips wisely enough disengaging, and that's basically a very clean push from Rogue, and they're going to be able to get this first point. Point A is all theirs.
I mean, Envy set up for kind of area denial with the Junkrat. Way to create space as you have Soon go over in the Widowmaker, put a lot of pressure on the opponents, force them back, get them off those advantageous positions. Nox and Soon do fall here at the beginning of the next fight, trying to push up a little bit further. A nice shot there from Soon there onto effect.
That was very nice.
See if he's able to land another one here, put down some damage on Coco. All right, nice shot there onto Mickey. So we'll see if Soon stays on the Widowmaker. So it looks like Taimu will stay on the Junkrat here for the time being. Effect now moves over to Doomfist, which we have not seen too much Doomfist play on Gibraltar because you just see how wide open the areas are.
Yeah, but if there's one person who could, I just said that, if there's a person who can make it happen, it is Effect. I think he was really just thinking about some more protection potentially for the back line. But still, though, Rogue, I mean, this has just been all them thus far as they force back Envy here. You're about to lose out on Mickey, too, so you just got to be very careful about that. And there you go. So you do get that D-Mech, and he's tracking him as soon as he comes through the doorway, but it doesn't get the shot. Unco able to find a kill there as well onto the Diva there, forcing them back. And for the time, he was going to try and get out of that one, but unfortunately it just did not work out for them. Still, though, as the action continues, you'll have Envy with a bit of an upper hand here as they hold this one out, forcing Rogue back.
But Envy did use Attack Visor. They did use their Nano Boost. They used their Rip Tire as well. Rogue now, they'll have their own Attack Visors, Self-Destruct. They have both support ults, so Rogue in a very good position here to take point B. We'll see if Effect stays on this Doomfist much longer.
I think he just wants to wait to see if he gets Meteor Strike and what he could do with that one.
Most likely is, and they could, if They could use a self-destruct here at the beginning if you see, you know, kind of Rogue flooding through this top area. Force them back, and soon, though, getting a pick there on the Harry Hook. It's a big kill there.
A very formidable Widowmaker there from Soon.
Yeah, no, he's been great on the Widow, just creating space for the rest of his team, allowing them to push towards the payload. Effect and Coco dive in deep. So they're putting a lot of pressure on Soon now, and they know he's being such a nuisance here on the Widow. Meteor Strike coming in here for Effect. Just getting back to the rest of his teammates. He's kind of low on HP.
Yeah, just back to the healing. The comfort of Chips and Harry Hook keeping you alive here. But a lot of ults for Rogue, though. Those support ults, certainly if they layer them correctly, could lead to this point capture.
Yet Harry switches off of the 76, so goes over to Lucio. So their only sources of damage now going to be Effect on the Doomfist, and then Taimu on the Junkrat. Just putting down a ton of damage. You see Coco gets the benefits of a nano boost there. That's going to force the Transcendence out of Ungo.
That was a very well-timed mine there from Taimu. They are able to get 2 kills, but on the other side, though, you're also going to have the members of Rogue layering down some more kills, and Taimu jumps from right behind him with the mine and is able to shut down AKM. So they do invest some ults into that fight, though. Not everything, so they have still more tools going into this next push.
Yeah, you look at the setup for Rogue here. It's not worked on the last 2 pushes. Soon does have his ult, but I wonder with the setup that EnVyUs has here, you could really make like a Far Mercy work really well. I mean, no hit scan on the side of Envy. You know, they move off of the 76. Maybe you could see them make some kind of adjustment, some kind of change here. It'll be Soon getting a pick here on the Taimu, so opening things up yet again with a pick. You're going to DMAC Mickey as well, as things starting to go in Rogue's favor.
Well, they will have a couple bodies there by the payload, and Mickey already is going to be taking a lot of damage there as he gets back into his mech. Sound Barrier comes through for Rogue, though. They just know that Effect's going to be in the back line, and Soon's looking for some shots. His players are looking to push up. That's going to be Effect who gets in his face, and that will shut him down, forcing him back to the respawn. And now AKM is just getting rattled here by the Primal Rage Winston. Nox with a kill onto Chips, though, and for the time being, this is basically going to be Rogue just having to disengage here.
And now Rogue, I mean, you don't have either of these support ults. You're going to get close to Unko having Transcendence. AKM will have Attack Visor. Nico's going to get DMAC'd and then fall back. But you see a double kill there. He goes so deep there. He's going to get taken out, but he sends 2 players to the respawn. And what EnVyUs has done here is they've done an excellent job at denying the high ground to Rogue, because you put Doomfist in the room with the Mega Health Pack up by the bridge. You put Coco there with him. And then what? You have also Taimu kind of spamming the backside of that with, you know, the Junkrat nades. Don't really have a great opportunity. It'll be a Riptire here out of Taimu at the beginning. So nobody can drop here from Rogue.
Oh, with the triple kill. Bye-bye to that push, my friend. You got 34 seconds left on the clock, Rogue. You have some tools to work with, but my goodness, Envy. Oh, man. This is it. Final push for Rogue.
And they do have Transcendence. Envy, they will have a Sound Barrier to answer back. And we'll see Mickey with a self-destruct here for Envy. It's the pressure from Envy right up on that door. As you see, it's going to be Taimu falling here first. Effect, though, doing a lot of damage here on the Doomfist. He will fall as well. Rogue, they just need to get towards that payload. They're going to DMAC Mickey here, too. So things close. Going in favor of Rogue. Harry does have the Sound Barrier, but nobody up right now. Maybe you get Coco back onto the card here.
Well, they got to do it now. They need to put a body on it, and they are going to be able to delay it, but the D.Va self-destruct's going to come through, forcing everyone away. In effect, he just had no choice. He had to get on it, but the D.Va bomb will eliminate him, and that's going to be the second point. So, you know, nice last-minute push there by Rogue. They have the tools to make it happen, and they were able to execute.
Yeah, it was still a tremendous haul there from Envy on point B. So we'll see if they stick with the Doomfist here. I know maybe you can still, you know, have Taimu switch over to the Widowmaker now.
Seems like he's making it work.
I mean, maybe you can use Doomfist to kind of deny some high ground access if you can kind of get him over towards the right-hand side here from Unko's POV up top. So it'll be a minute to go here. Envy with both support ults. He'll get a nano boost here on a Coco at the beginning. It'll be AKM, though, taking out Effect. It'll be a Transcendence coming out here for Rogue. Now it's going to be Envy investing a Sound Barrier as well. You do have Wins with his own Sound Barrier there. It's going to come in for Rogue. Now the Attack Visor.
They're just going to force back Envy here into this room. D.Va bomb will be out. Do they get any kills with it? No, they won't, but Sundo with the kill on Tamiki, and now this is going to be Rogue marching their way through. Despite that, though, they don't have much in the way of ults to work with, but they're just forcing them in that doorway. AKM's going to look for the high ground here in case anyone decides to get a little reckless and push out. He's going to just rain down destruction. Diva Bomb comes out for Diva as well, for Nico, I should say. They're just going to be so close to making this payload capture happen. Point C in their sights. AKM is just laying down the fire. You have a couple members of EnVy left alive on the point, though. They need to make quick work of them as more members begin to funnel out of the spawn room. And now we're going to be into overtime here, X. This is do or die, and they are not able. They make it happen? Yes, they do.
Yeah,
3
they make
points.
it.
I'm so sorry. I saw a .1 there, and I thought my eyes to see me. We had another one of those low moments again. But that's going to be Rogue with 3 points on the board. It just wouldn't have shocked me at this point, you know, given how things have
tries
worked out.
to switch over to Roadhog towards the end. You know, just get a little bit more beefy for EnVy, get onto the point. And you know, Chip's doing a nice job of healing him, gets very close to a nano. Maybe you're able to keep him alive. Then some other players come off the spawn. They build up towards some ults. Maybe EnVy is able to hold on, but you know, Unko builds up towards a second Transcendence there towards the end. Uses it, stays alive through a Primal Rage, I believe, from Coco. And you had Rogue able to complete the map. No time left in their time bank. As you saw EnVy in the hangar phase put together an excellent defense.
How ridiculous would it have been if, like, .1, then they all just dispersed? Would you have been shocked?
No.
No. At this point?
No, I mean, we've seen it so many times throughout Contender Season 1.
There's like a video about it on the internet.
Yeah, shout out to the guys on Reddit who put that together. We all went out to dinner that Sunday night, and as soon as it went up, like, we were all just sitting around watching it, just laughing. I mean, just some of the crazy, and those were just from that week.
Yeah,
like we didn't even go deep into the previous weeks.
Dear.
Players.
I just wouldn't have been shocked. But anyway.
You know, you forget the payload sometimes.
Yeah, the objective of the game. But this time they did not. They were able to get 3 points. No time left, as you had mentioned before, Matt. So Rogue are able to dig deep, make this one happen. But still, for EnVy, I mean, they put together a very interesting hold with effect on the Doomfish. Just not something I would have expected to see on the second point of Watch Point Gibraltar, especially given how much open space there was, but effect always makes it work.
Yeah, I mean, they would just deny that high ground access, and Rogue just kind of kept trying to go up there, and then you had a lot of damage going down on the cart from Taimu on the Junkrat. They were able to hold there for an extended period of time. Taimu now in the Widowmaker on offense. For Rogue, it'll be AKM taking the Sombra responsibilities, as we've seen him do on this map. See him just kind of generally go onto the payload, contest for a little bit, allow his teammates to jump on, then go back, try and get some healing in.
And Taimu just really, with the Widow, forces people back here.
Can't lose AKM at the beginning there. That's a
no, you cannot. But they're still going to be able to build up on the ult, though. 76%. Just got to get back into 90% now because of the health packet healing.
There's a chance, though, EnVy gets a ton of progress off the back of this.
They just got to be very mindful of this here, and they're just clearing them out, man. Little by little, this has just been EnVy, you know, really just draining them, right? And they marched through the car wash with relative ease, it felt like. Never really in a position where it felt like they needed to disengage there.
Yeah, Rogue going to be extremely staggered here. They do have the EMP, so they just delete effect here as he's trying to get a little bit aggressive. Taimu trying to get a pick.
They ate that pulse bomb too.
We'll see if they try and use the EMP here. I know you already have a man advantage, does Rogue. As soon as you lose soon, there comes the EMP.
Well, Taimu, though, very least, doesn't get affected by it, but he doesn't need all that much. He simply just needs to do exactly what he's doing here, laying down damage. There goes the Transcendence on one side for EnVy, Sound Barrier on the other, so they're just going to pretty much put these ults out at the same time here and keep them alive in this fight, while Coco gets the kill onto wins. Primal Raging will be Nox dancing around, and Taimu uncontested here is just continuing to lay down some more fire. He hasn't even used his Infrasight yet, because I think he is a human Infrasight at this point in time. He knows exactly where he needs to look, and they get that first point, and they add 4 minutes, 36 seconds on the board here.
I love watching his Widowmaker, just because, I mean, we see a lot of fantastic Widows, right? But Taimu is just like a different beast. Like, I remember like looking through, last week, the Envision series, right? When they try and push him with the Far Mercy, like, a lot of other Widows would back up, maybe, get to a different position. Like, he takes these, like, scoped fights, close range, like, no problem against, like, Tracers and Genjis and the likes, and it's just so impressive, the stuff you see out of Taimu.
It's great to see a player play a sniping hero so aggressively the way that Taimu does. But, you know, if we talk about what's going on here, Envy, they're immediately able to open it up with 2 kills onto the supports. And that's really going to hurt Rogue's chance for a push as more members, just the health, continue to dwindle down here. Nox just trapped between a rock and a hard place. All the members of Envy get the kills necessary, and now they're going to be so close to getting point B here. See if they're
and you have
able
a
to do
swap
it.
that comes out of Rogue. AKM goes over to Diva. Nico will go and take up the Genji responsibilities, try and put a little bit more pressure onto Taimu. But you lose, you know, your EMP build up, and you lose your self-destruct build up for Nico, as it's going to be, in fact, dropping down a pulse bomb. Doesn't connect with much here. You're going to see AKM get demeched on the cart. And even with this Genji Tracer combination, every time we've gone on with Taimu, he has not been challenged at all. He's been back here just landing these shots at range, pretty comfortably.
Because you have to worry about Taimu, but then you have to worry about the rest of the front line, right? And that has just been very difficult for Rogue to deal with. They just don't have much in the way of a response. And now Envy have so much presence here going into this final phase on point C. And 2 points on the board, and if they're able to close it out with 3 and a lot of time left, that's just going to spell bad news here for Rogue, who need map wins at this point. If anything, they just need something that they could, you know, kind of hang their heads at here. But here comes the engagement now. They're just going to back up. Diva Bomb goes through. AKM able to kill. Effect on that, forcing out the Transcendence, though, to keep them sustained on the fight, as well as the sound barrier. So busting out both of them at the same time. That will be Rogue alongside them using the Transcendence, and then forcing in Envy to have to disengage.
I'm not exactly sure that was planned from Envy. They used both support ults at the same exact time.
Not something I would have expected to see.
Now you have Taimu switch over to the Genji here. But now it's going to be a tough fight coming up for Envy. This is one where, you know, Rogue, they could use Sound Barrier and they could use Blade, engage, and win with relative ease.
Yeah, very curious to see what the reasoning was there. But with effect on the Doomfist, I mean, this guy has been a force to be reckoned with on that particular hero. Here comes the Dragon Blade, though. I believe I heard it from Nico, but he wasn't able to use it, though. He'll end up dying on that one. Meanwhile, you have Rogue making their way around the bend here. It's going to have to just force back the tanks. They're so dangerously low. And now Envy, I mean, you have to wonder, you probably want one of those ults back.
I mean, look, you're going to build it towards both support ults here. You're going to get close to a Meteor Strike. You're going to get a Dragon Blade. If you're Envy, the main focus of this next fight is probably just get the Transcendence and the Dragon Blade out from the side of Rogue. There comes the Dragon Blade. It'll be Nico. He's able to cut through one. They do not use the Transcendence here. Does Rogue. They're able to hold on to that ult, but
yeah.
You know, Envy, you needed that ult to come out, and you needed to get that Dragon Blade away. Now, Taimu, you get a DMAC here on AKM. Maybe you fall back a little bit. AKM probably will jump off the side of the map, get right back in his mech. See if Taimu can stay alive here. He's got a lot of players coming out. I know definitely will not happen, but. So now maybe for Envy, maybe you come back strong here. You lead with a self-destruct. You kind of put some pressure on, force out the Transcendence, because then you'll have a Dragon Blade plus like one of your support ults for Envy, which you'd be in a good spot.
All right, Envy on the push-up. Can effect open it up with a big hit. There goes the Diva Bomb, though. Does it get a kill? No, but it'll force people away, and that's going to give Suni opportunity to get the kill onto Chips, who have the Transcendence and won't be able to use it in this fight. On the other side, though, Unco was able to use his Transcendence to maintain his teammates in the engagement. And they're going to, you know, it's going to be an evened out fight here, but still, they force them back. They're starting to make a little bit of progress. But Rogue, not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Look for Envy, though, to use that Transcendence as they come around this next fight, just not this one.
I wonder if you're going to see Envy switch things up here. Because, you know, you use the Dragon Blade, you use the Meteor Strike, you got the Transcendence out from the side of Rogue, you were not able to make any progress. Now they've already built up towards another Dragon Blade. They're going to have a Sound Barrier here as well. I'm interested to see if Envy stays with the same comp. Now Envy, you built up both support ults. We'll see if they layer them. Try and push around this corner. You don't have, really, you're looking at the Dragon Blade here. This next one, there will be the Transcendence coming in from Envy, leading the charge.
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't have wanted to use the Transcendence in that particular fight, though, but they're still going to have the Sound Barrier, which is now going to be used. That Transcendence forced out by the Pulse Bomb, but then you're going to have the Sound Barrier on the other side, and then you'll get the Transcendence coming up in just a little bit. Then you're also getting the kills. So if you're Rogue, you're feeling fantastic here. 42 seconds left in Envy's push. They have to disengage.
And if you're Rogue, you didn't burn Dragon Blade, and you didn't burn your Transcendence. So you're going to have both of those ults. Envy, 30 seconds left. You're probably not going to see both of those support ults yet again. Effect now goes over to Tracer. Taimu has Dragon Blade. You imagine he stays to get a use of that. But Rogue does have a Transcendence to get through this.
Big fight here.
The game is in Rogue's hands here. They have the advantage.
Big fight. You hear the Dragon Blade through there, right, cutting through. Chips, goodbye, back to the spawn room. Overtime coming up in just a couple seconds. Pulse Bomb will end Coco as well. And Taimu, while he just sits on the payload, trying to get a little bit of progress, though, it seems like he's just going to be shut down, and that will be Rogue holding it. Rogue will take the win 3-2. But still, while no series win for Rogue, the map wins are still very important. So really, that was just Rogue, man. Their defense has been pretty impressive, you know, depending, you know, the circumstances.
And look, this series was relatively close. I mean, we thought Rogue would come in here playing tough. Oasis was a very hard-fought map. It goes in favor of Envy. Game 2, Nimbani, the one that we saw draw. I mean, Rogue with a tremendous hold on the defensive end. With a minute to go on offense, they were just not able to make anything happen. And then here on Gibraltar, they're able to get a clean map win. So this series is very close for Rogue.
Yeah, it's tough to see it happen, right? Because we could have ended up going to Ilios for the tiebreaker, but that draw just kind of set things off in a way that I'm sure Rogue just weren't really happy with. Envy will get the win. They will win 3-2 in 4 maps. So again, the draw giving a point to each side. And that game was a lot closer than I'm sure that, well, the Deaths definitely had it at 3-1 and I think even a 4-0, but I believed.
Yeah, I mean, I believed in Envy as well. I think clearly the favorite in NA.
True.
They've just been pretty dominant throughout all of Contender Season 1. Excited to see what they bring into the playoffs. I think
it's going to be awesome to see them in the playoffs.
There's a ton of opportunity at the playoffs for them to bring out a lot of stuff that they have not shown thus far.
Yeah, PMA wins the day. There you go. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and send it to the desk to break it all down. Plenty more action coming at you in a little bit, guys. Take it away.